chest exercises today. Rehab the right side of my chest, which is still experiencing quite a bit of atrophy issues. Gonna hit 3 main exercises today. One's gonna be band flies, just on the right side to warm up the chest where I'm struggling with the atrophy. The next is gonna be incline barbell press using the Olympic multi-grip. From there, I'm gonna get one arm, or one side really, doing a reverse grip dumbbell press. Start at a 45 degree, kind of a normal press, rotate up, then do a reverse grip. That's the plan. That's the approach I'm gonna take today. I'm gonna go nice, slow, and controlled. And if I do it right, that should pick up the entire time. I'm also working against the clock this morning. Got about 45 minutes, maybe an hour I can devote to this morning. So we're going to try to be really intentional all the time. Right now I'm just doing some joint rotations, trying to warm up the body. Alright, just trying to warm up the chest right now before I get under the bench press. Doing some band work. So one thing I've found that's been a little bit more helpful is when doing the band work, instead of pulling to the center of my body, pulling all the way across, really trying to engage that center part between the two pecs. We got, let's see, Rabin Buddha says hi. Hey Rabin, thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you joining the live. Make sure you hit that like button while you're on. Also subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 400 before February comes to an end. Trying to get to 1,000 before 2026 comes to an end. All right, let's get another warm-up set here on the band. Another 10. Just warming up that right pec with the bands where the atrophy is occurring. To be quite honest, I'm getting really frustrated with the right side of my chest. That's probably been the slowest to progress following my injury. I got this dent in between. I'll show you here in just a minute. It's driving me a little crazy. I've been working on this very intentionally for the past, I don't know, month and a half since I've been allowed to start adding a little bit of load. But I'm seeing it's hard for it to rebuild. My deltoids, my triceps always want to take over. Trying to just completely isolate the chest is really tough to do. All right, we got Lily. Says hi. Hey, Lily. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate you joining the live. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're not a subscriber. Help us out. Be a subscriber. Trying to get to 400 before the end of February, and 1,000 before the end of 2026. You said, you like and subscribing. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you jumping on. What we're doing now, I'm trying to work on rebuilding my chest. Broke my neck a few months ago, and slowly trying to progress, get my strength back, and isolate the chest because I've got a bit of a atrophy issue going on. So, just got done with a warm-up. Gonna get my incline bench ready and get this thing going. So you guys bear with me. Ready for the first set of bench press. Show you guys what I'm talking about here real quick. Talking about the atrophy issues. If you look, this side of the chest having trouble growing or getting back to where the left side's at. It's a bit of a dent in here that I'm having trouble putting any size back on. So I'm going to do the incline press because it's more upper chest, try to really target that. So let's give it a shot. Got 15 reps on the first set. I'm gonna go ahead and bump up the weight just a little bit. We're gonna go to 105. I see I got a comment there. Let me check it. Just a moment. Lily says, like the tattoos. Thanks, appreciate that. Didn't really think I would have been a tattoo guy when I was growing up, but once you get one, they're addicting. Now they're all over. Excuse me. Let me load up another 10 pounds. All right, $1 Trillion Extreme says early live. Yeah, if I don't do these workouts early, there's no getting it in. The day is just too distracting, whether it be with work or all the kids or whatever. So try to get up early. If anybody else is awake, and do these now. Thank you for jumping on. Don't forget to hit that like button. All right, 9 reps. It's a good working weight. We're gonna stay right there. Hey, $1 Trillion, I can't remember if you've subscribed or not before. If you haven't, don't forget to subscribe. I was saying earlier, trying to get to 400 subscribers by the end of February. I think we're at 377 right now. Trying to get to 1,000 by the end of 2026. Gonna hit the timer. I've already lost about 15 seconds or so. We'll go for another 30 seconds. If I get my stopwatch to work. There we go. So any of the stuff I'm doing now, even though I'm specifically trying to rehab my atrophied chest on the right side, what I'm doing still applies to non-injuries, so feel free to steal any of it. Started off with some band work just to kind of wake up the chest. Now moved on to incline chest press. I'm a fan of this multi-grip Olympic barbell. A little bit different, but it helps take some of the strain off my shoulders. Tries to get the chest targeting the chest muscle instead of using some of the other muscles around it that are connected. All right, let's get after it again. All right, another 9. I'm a little hesitant to push it whenever I feel like the muscle on the right's giving up, because once it's zapped, it completely taps out on me. See, we got Pro G13 says hi. Hey, Pro G. Thanks for jumping on. If you haven't hit the like button when you got on, please do that for us. I'm trying to get 400 subscribers before February comes to an end. Looking for 1,000 before the end of 2026. I know it's an early live, but I appreciate you guys jumping on. Let me set the timer. We'll do another set. It's crazy what nerve damage will do. Completely turns off the muscles. You know, at one point, I could press quite a bit of weight, no problem. Now I'm on 105 pounds on the bench press, and it feels like a struggle. I think we don't realize how much the body is connected to a bunch of different parts. It takes a lot of different pieces to make it work. And just shedding off one piece can completely change the game. It's kind of crazy. Try to get a different angle here. All right, got 8 reps, right side's getting fatigued, which is good. What you wanted to do. If I was able to just keep busting out 9, no problem. Might question whether I've got the right weight or not, or whether I'm really pushing it as much as I can. All right, let's give it some time. We'll go on to the next one. Appreciate you guys jumping on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment in the chat here. If you got any questions about the workout, feel free to ask. If you got any input, insight, recommendations, feedback, feel free to add any of that too. All right, approaching the end of our rest time. Let's set this back up and keep going. Who is this? Hey, come. Look at you. All right, get another 8. put some more time on the stopwatch here. You guys gotta let me know. I recently made some adjustments to the lighting in here. A lot of folks were saying that the overhead light was really harsh, which I could even tell it was. So I built this frame, put some photography curtains stretched over it, kind of like a light diffuser. You guys gotta let me know if you think the lighting's better than what it was. Go in. Yeah, still working on it. Six reps. So you can really tell now the muscle's swelling up, you can tell where the gap is at. I'm told it could be 6 months to a year before the chest ever redevelops itself to a point that looks the same on both sides. It's too bad. Guess that's how life goes sometimes. It just gives me something to work towards. So you can kind of tell the difference in the chest right there. Left side, much more healthy than the right side. Right side looks lazy. It's a lazy pec. All right, let's set up and go for another round of these. Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Another 6 reps. The right side's really getting fatigued. I'm gonna go ahead and make a change now, go on to the next exercise. What we're gonna do is reverse dumbbell bench press. And I'm just gonna target the right side and the side that's having the atrophy issues. So I'm gonna set this up. Give me just 1 minute and then we'll get started. All right, like I said, now we're gonna work on is reverse dumbbell bench press. Essentially gonna start off with the dumbbell kind of a standard grip. As I come down, push up, we're going to a reverse grip, targeting kind of the upper chest here. We're just gonna work on isolating this side of the muscle. I got these pretty neat looking hooks. This keeps you from having to pick the weight up off the floor over and over and place it above your body, which is good for me considering the neck issue. Last thing I want to do is continue to put myself in a position where I got to strain the neck when when the weight starts to get heavier and heavier. All right, let's do it. We'll start with just 15 pounds, nothing too heavy. We'll progress up depending on how my neck's feeling. All right, 11 reps. Targeting this right pec here. I can stay there. It's actually not a bad working weight. Allows me to, it's not too heavy where I can't focus on the form and the tension. Sometimes you go too heavy, all you think about is moving the weight. And you start desperately, unintentionally incorporating other muscle groups, which is not what I want in this case. I want to keep the chest targeted. So we're gonna stay right there. Give it about 30 seconds in between, and then hit it again. You guys are just jumping on. You haven't hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Definitely helps me out. If you're not a subscriber, definitely be a subscriber too. We're trying to get 400 before the end of February and 1,000 before the end of the year. Hey, princess. Good morning. Hey, will you put this in the sink? Yeah. Thank you. All right. Let's get another round of this. All right. 15 reps. Pause for a moment after hitting 11 and hit the remaining 4. Let's put some time on the stopwatch. Let's go ahead and write these numbers down. We'll call it broken 15. So right now, we're in Fort Worth, Texas. Not too far from Dallas. It's 5:56 in the morning. I'm getting near the end of this workout. Running out of some time before we're gonna get to real life. Just trying to finish targeting the chest here. Started off with some band flies just to warm up. Right here particularly, where the muscle's kind of muted or dead from my injury. Then we hit some dumbbell press. Max weight was 105 pounds. So I'm trying to load back up what I'm able to do with the weak muscle on the right side. And now we're just targeting the right side with the dumbbell, doing a reverse grip bench press. From the bottom, you start in kind of a standard grip. As you push up, you twist the wrist, really try to tighten and target the upper chest. Let's go ahead and do another set of these. Hit 10. I'm trying to bust out a couple more, getting me up to 12. Trying to keep that right pec under tension as much as I can. I can feel my shoulders and my triceps wanting to jump in and do the job, which is normal. Isolating the chest is kind of difficult because there's so many other parts of the body that connect, and muscles are inherently, they're lazy. They want to take the path of least resistance. So if they can call in some of their muscle friends to help jump in and do the job, they will. They don't want to do the work by themselves if they don't have to. So that's what's going on with my chest. Now that the nerve is recovering, it's not being crushed anymore. I'm trying to rebuild, but the chest doesn't want to jump in. It wants to let the shoulders try to do the work. It wants to let the tricep try to do the work. So I just got to keep forcing it safely, though. Of course, I don't want to re-injure my neck, so I got to be conscientious of what I'm feeling. All right, let's go ahead and do another set. I was able to get a broken 12, as I'm calling it, last time. I hit 10, took a rest, hit 2 more. See if I can get close to that again. got another 12. Trying to contract the right pec a little bit more. You'll notice anytime I do these lifts, especially with the injured muscles that I have trouble feeling with my muscle mind, I press my fingers where I need to feel the contraction. If you're not aware, that actually helps with your mind muscle contraction. If you can feel the muscle tighten with your fingers, your fingertips, oftentimes it'll help you get used to feeling that muscle whenever you're lifting. Mind muscle connection. So I'm obviously missing that on the right side. So I'm trying to, as I isolate just that right side, press my fingers against that dead spot where I really need to contract. Try to get my muscle and my mind to connect. All right, put some time on the stopwatch. Those of you who jumped on this morning, I appreciate it. I know it's early. If you didn't hit the like button, don't forget to hit that like button. Definitely helps me out. I'm trying to grow this channel. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to be one. I'm trying to get to 400 subscribers before the end of February. Currently, we're at 377. We have one person here in the chat that said they subscribed, so it should put us at 378. I want to get to 400 before February ends. And then our annual goal is to hit at least 1,000 subscribers before 2026 comes to an end. We'll see if we hit it. But if you're not a subscriber, be a subscriber, help us out with that. I'd be grateful. All right, let's go ahead and hit another set. All right. 10 reps called broken reps. Hitting that reverse grip dumbbell press. Really trying to target right in here. Got to thank one of my subscribers who jumps on these lives from time to time. That'd be Chris. Recently changed his profile name. Can't remember what he changed it to. But shout out to Chris. Thanks for the recommendation here with this exercise. Certainly helps with muscle contraction. Allows me to place my finger here, like I was saying, fingers, get that mind muscle connection as I'm trying to do the lift. I'd forgotten about that exercise, so I appreciate you reminding me. Another live regular is Brandon, spelled with a Y at the end. I think he said he was going to give it a shot too. I was curious if he did and if he felt like it was beneficial. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of a finisher here. I'm going to do some more band flies. And the goal with these band flies will be a little bit different than the ones we started to warm up. We started to warm up, you got full extension, brought it across, slowly released. This time what we're going to do, I'm going to bring it across and I'm going to contract the muscle a few times before I let it go back, bring it back, contract the muscle over and over. So that's the goal with these. Trying to get the blood really pumping to that spot that is struggling to rebuild. much harder this time, especially with that muscle being dead. Really trying to put it under some load. I'm not sure you want to call those 4, or if you want to call every contraction 1, which will put it at 20. But for the sake of being conservative with my counting, I'm just going to call it 4. All right, get another 4. We're gonna do one more round of these and then we're gonna call it. I gotta get to real life now, guys. Gotta go to work. You know, one of the kids at school. Got a busy day ahead of me. Those of you who jumped on already, I appreciate it. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the new subscribers. Appreciate the feedback in the chat. So get you guys a different angle here. There we go. I'm sorry, man. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make it all cry. I apologize. Treating time. I'm sorry, man. Jackson. Oh, I am for real. Never meant to make it all cry. I apologize. Treating time. My baby mama don't like me, yeah. Bringing boys to the studio, trying to fight me. All right. That's it. That's the workout for today. Targeting the chest, specifically that right side. I'd like to have been able to do more today, perhaps a little later this evening. If there's enough time, I can jump back on here and get another little short one. I didn't get as much in as I'd really like to, but something's better than nothing. And oftentimes when it comes to working out, a lot of folks they don't have time to do everything they want to do. They'll use that as the excuse not to do anything. And that's definitely not what you want to do. So be sure that you get something in. A little tip for the day that I'll give you guys. You know, sometimes when you're feeling unmotivated, you're not feeling disciplined to stay with your workout, just committing to 10 minutes a day does the trick. You tell yourself, you know what, let me get a workout in. If I get 10 minutes, count that as a win. That oftentimes is really helpful, I've noticed. There's times whenever I feel unmotivated. I've been working out for 20-something years. Times when I feel unmotivated and I just tell myself, okay, just get 10 minutes and you call that the win for the day. And what you find yourself doing is, usually once you're in there for 10 minutes, you go, okay, well, I'm already here. Let me just go ahead and do a little more. And you get more of a full workout in. So just aim for 10 minutes. Don't tell yourself you got to have an hour and a half blocked off or anything. Otherwise, sometimes that's too big of a mountain to climb and you won't even try. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for hitting the like button. Thanks for subscribing. I'll post the replay of this live a little bit later. Feel free to go in there and check it out. Hit the like button there. Thanks, everyone. See you later.